Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to replace the steering wheel in your Evo 8 or 9. I have had a Alcantara wrap on my factory steering wheel for years and it's held up really well, but it is time for an upgrade. So I'm going to show you how to take off the wheel, put on the new one, change over all the parts and everything to make it look nice and beautiful again. So stay tuned. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need is an 8mm Allen key, and you're going to find the open hole on the bottom of the steering wheel here, insert this into place, and just kidding! In order for that to not happen to you, we're going to disconnect the battery first. Anytime you're playing with an airbag, you want to make sure there's no power going to it so it doesn't actually blow up in your face. Battery's in the trunk, so let's disconnect it. I've got our 8mm Allen key, and this is going to be very tight, so once you insert it here, you're going to either want to use a breaker bar or a wrench like this to give you a little extra leverage. So it's going to be tight, so I broke it loose, and now I'm just going to finish loosening it up. Once you get it loose enough, it'll come in just there. Just loosen that a good bit. Alright, next you're going to get a screwdriver and carefully remove this plastic panel right here. Take that off and set it aside, and you're going to reach up in here and unplug your airbag. Keep in mind this is after you've disconnected your battery. Okay, so after a little bit of prying on this little white tab, got this connector loose. Just gotta kind of wiggle it out here. There we go. So you can see there is a little white tab right here. You just pull down on it and disconnect that. Alright, so the next step before removing the wheel is making sure it is dead center, because you're gonna need reference to put the new wheel back on straight, or else you're gonna have a crooked wheel. So I've got this bolt loose in here, got the airbag disconnected, so it should come right off. There we go. And there is one other connector in here that you need to disconnect. Alright, so this is the wheel that I've had on my Evo forever, so it came with the car. I'm going to be swapping everything, including the steering bag, the center ring here, the black plastic parts, and everything over to the new wheel, which is an OEM core. As you can see, it's the factory. This is an Evo 8 wheel, but I'm putting a titanium overlay on the face of it, changing out the clips, and then this will be ready to go in the car. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is start off by removing these clips. Some of them may be glued in if you've never had yours off before, but I have because I installed a titanium base. Do not lose these. You have to buy a new wheel to get them. Alright, so flip it over. There are 3 screws in the back holding on the plastic housing. It's off. Alright, so grab a flathead screwdriver, and there are tabs right here. There's a big tab you can see. And you're just going to kind of press that tab in. So on the other side, that. There's one more on the bottom that you're not going to be able to see because this is in the way it's here. So now we can remove the So next thing we're going to do is remove the airbag. You're going to need a T30 Torx bit, and you're going to have one on this side and one on the other side. Turn counterclockwise. Go. That one loose, and we'll go ahead and loosen this side up too. Go. Just going to screw them as far as they go. Take them out. The airbag is out. So now we have the board here, and we're going to switch everything over to the nice carbon fiber one. Alright, so you're going to need to take the steering wheel locking mechanism thing out first and put it into the new wheel. There's 2 screws. This is an important part that locks your wheel in place, so don't forget it. Swap everything that we just took off the other wheel onto the new wheel. We're just going to work backwards. So first thing we'll do is install the airbag. To its spot. Flip it over. Alright, so we're just going to put these 2 T30 Torx bit screws back into the same place we took them out of. Just line the airbag up with the hole. Strap it in there. This side. Alright, and we're going to tighten these to German specs. Tight. That's tight. That one is tight. Alright, so next step, we're going to clean this off really good first because this is kind of dirty. It's been used for a little while, so I'll be right back. Alright, so after a little titanium cleaner, it's nice and shiny again. I'm just going to put this back in place. And then we're going to put the clips back in place where they go. If I can remember where they go. I think this one. Alright, we've got the clips back in, and now we're going to pop this back in place. So there are some of these tabs that have a little spot in the center, and you just need to find where the notch is. There's one here, there's one there, and there. So I'm going to line up the 3 tabs, so the tabs are close together, go here, and then this one go there, so it goes like this. And you just kind of push this in place. Just like that. So the last thing left to do is put the plastic housing back on, flip it back over, put this on here, line it up like that. Screws back in. just put this panel back on after we connect it back in the car, but that is it. Take a look at the new wheel. It's ready to go in the car. Alright, well, it's time to put this back on the car, but before we do, I know that a bunch of you are probably wondering where you can get this wheel. So I will put a link down in the description for this exact wheel, and we do offer these custom made. You can change the color of the center stripe or just have no center stripe. You can do gloss carbon, matte carbon, forged, any of those options. You can do perforated leather, black Alcantara. You can change the stitching and lots of other things like that. So let's get this thing on the car. Alright, so let's put our new wheel back on the car. First thing we want to do is flip it over and find the ground for the horn. You can get that back. Just back in there. And as long as you had your wheel straight and you took it off, you should be able to line this one up. Straight. Just like that. Like you're gonna have to put a tiny bit of a gap to keep it from scratching the column when you're rubbing. So it's on there. I'm going to put our 8mm Allen key back into the slot right here and tighten it back down. Tight there. Then since it was really tight when I took it off, I'm going to put it on pretty tight again. Need a wrench as giving leverage. Last thing we need to do is plug in the airbag and snap our plastic panel back on. Put it back into the same spot. And here, click. Just like that. And then you're going to put your plastic panel back on. And then you're going to put your plastic panel back on to make it nice and tricky. Now you gotta drive with your beautiful new JEC steering wheel. Go to the website, there's a link in the description to get yours custom ordered. You can do all the crazy stuff. You can make the titanium overlay for you in different colors. So go crazy with it. Let us know if you have any questions. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and share and all the things you're supposed to do with YouTube. And hopefully we'll make more videos in the future. Thanks for watching.